really hope this works. I really don't want to sand this. In the worst case scenario, I'm just gonna paint it white again. So look what I got. It's a LamaTama. I don't know if you know what it is. I for sure didn't know. My name is Randy and I like to make art and do crafts. But I was bombarded with videos of it on TikTok and I was so intrigued that, you know, I had to buy one. So I got this one from Denmark. I'll put the link to the store in the description. It's not sponsored. I just found it on the internet myself. But I thought if I don't like it, we can paint it. So let's find out. Okay, so I can only do this once. Okay, let's see. How do you open these? Okay, here we go. I've never done an unboxing like this on my channel. You want to have a peek? It looks dark. Okay. I'm seeing danger. Okay, let's get this out of here. So it comes with a little lanyard. There's a little roll. Face reveal. Oh yeah. That's ugly. Oh my goodness. Oh, there's a sticker. So I guess his name is Nana and it looks pretty on the sticker, but in real life it looks totally different. Let's get it out of here. Okay, so here's my LamaTama. Oh my goodness, this one. It's actually the best thing I could have hoped for, because if it would have been cute, I would feel so bad painting over it. But let's just put it down for a little bit and get to the booklet and see which ones there actually are, because I think this is like series 1. There are quite a few, and I honestly think next to like this one is also quite ugly. But the rest are really cute. Look at that chicken. Oh, I wish I got the chicken. But you know what? I'm actually glad we got this one, because now I can paint over it. Let's turn it on. So there's a little tabby. And from what I've seen, there's a little button here. Okay, let's turn it on. Okay, it works. So, Nana, do you mind getting a makeover? Oh. Are you sure you mind getting a makeover? So, can I repaint you? Guess we got our answer. I actually went through my nail art supplies and I found some acetone. So I'm going to try and get the paint off with acetone first, because I don't want to sand the face if it's not needed. I've seen Ententarium. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, because girls, that name is so hard. But Alex and Barb do a lot of face removals on their dolls with the acetone, so hopefully this works for my little LamaTama as well. I think I'm gonna use these fuzz-free wipes. I use them for my nail art. I used to do nail art. I no longer do nail art. That's a different story. But I also got these sanding blocks. They have a coarse and a fine side. I think these might come in handy. And otherwise I just got some 100 grit sandpaper. I put a silicone mat down so I can just put the used wipes on there. But let's just try and see if the acetone is actually going to take off any of the paint. And you know, I don't think we want to wake our patient during this procedure, so I put in some anesthetic. Probably gonna be the best decision. But let's just try this. I do have the window slightly open. Otherwise I would have put on the air purifier, but I got the window open. Normally I would wear gloves, but yeah, it's fine. Let's try a piece on the back. It's doing something. It's taking off the base paint. It's not taking off the paint on top. That's sad. Okay, let's just try the sanding block. Let's just start with the coarse side. It's okay. I just was hoping this would go a little bit faster, but like it's doing something. And if it would turn all white, that would be perfect, because then I don't have to put a base coat on. Because I already know what design I want. You can see it's coming off with sanding. I think I might just use the 100 grid. Okay, let's try this. Okay, that's interesting. I don't know if you can see that, but the base layer is actually not white. I think the plastic is actually black. So yeah, I'm gonna be just sanding everything down. It's gonna take me a couple hours, but I think it's gonna work. So be right back. Well, right back. See you in a couple hours. So I did mention nail art, right? I own a nail drill and I'm no longer doing my nails, so I can just use it for crafting. I've got loads of these 100 grit bands. I'm just gonna put on my mask. So hold on. Okie dokie. And I'm just gonna do a little bit because I don't want to damage my camera with all the dust. But let's just do a piece here. Did you see, sorry, did you see how quick that was? And it's not hurting my hands as much, so I'll just finish this part. So be right back. It took me about, I think, an hour and a half, but I did end up keeping a smile. I got some supplies. I think I'm probably gonna end up using these for the design I've got in mind. But before we can use the markers, we need to do a base coat. So this is the paint I found. It's a satin paint for wood, metal, and PVC. I'm guessing this is type of PVC. Not sure, but you know what? This is what I got. I did shake it. Probably needs some stirring. Oh yeah, I can feel there's so much pigment still in the bottom. Let's just start with the back. I'm just gonna try and do a light coat first. I can always do a second coat. I just want to have a base because the light color is not gonna show up on the black. But it's not breaking up as badly as I thought, so it might work. Trust the process? Trust the process? I'm not sure, guys. I'm probably gonna have to sand it again and try a different paint because, yeah. I went to my basket of expensive paints. I know, I think every crafter has one. It's the paint you never use because it was too expensive or too hard to get. And I've had this for years. I actually used it for a paint pouring technique. I also changed my brush into one I use for nail art. I'm feeling a theme here, but this is a really soft and a little bit longer, but it has a nice point. Hopefully it's gonna work on the blue as well as it did on the black. You can see how opaque this is in just one layer. So I'm just gonna do a second layer on the body and do a second layer on the face. And I think we're gonna be ready for color. Many, many, many layers of paint later. And this is what we're looking like. And honestly, that's good enough. So I did put some new tape on the arms, and I actually also added a bit of tape to the mouth, double-sided. And then I added some cling film on top, and I used a little brush to push it underneath, like so. So that way the whole face is protected from paint, because I want to do the face last. So this is all prepped, but because I don't want to ruin this with the paint markers that I've never used before, I'm going to use my stirring stick to test them out before. And the design I want to do, I saw a fellow YouTuber do, and her name is
Rose Requin Craft.
So this is what Google's telling me. Rose Requin Crafts. I don't want to mispronounce it, so sorry if I did. But she did a neon leopard print, and I saw it and I was like, that's the one I want to do. So her colors were yellow, green, blue, and pink. Oh, and I'll link her channel down below in the description so you can go and watch her. So she does some really, really cute stuff. Go and follow her. But I don't think I'm gonna use most of these. So let's just take this to the side like that. And I think I'm gonna be using these. I think this is gonna look cute. Let's just get the ones out that we're gonna be using. Yellow, green, pink, and blue. Yellow, green, pink, and blue. So these are the colors. I've not used them before, so we need to shake them. Okay, push on it. Okay, there's something coming out. Okay, let's see how the yellow looks on the white. Oh yeah, I think that one is good. Let's do the neon yellow next to it. That's really stuck. You can hear there should be a ball inside like this. And this, it's coming. Oh, there it goes. I think my sound battery's just going to run out. So while my microphone was charging, I did a couple of tests. I'm actually just gonna go with the neon colors, so that's these. I'm just gonna go for it. Let's just do yellow here. I am glad I put the white down first. Should I just go over that little thing? I am noticing that the paint takes off the paint, so I will have to leave this to dry. That's okay. Let's get some pink. Probably just gonna be doing this off camera. I think this is gonna be way too boring for you. The arms do move, actually. I figured it out when I tried to put the tape on them. But I'll just show you when the first layer is done, and we can go on to doing the spots. So for the people wondering how I let it dry, there's my camera. I just put a little piece of yarn around the cord with a little clip and attached it to the little lip, and he's bungee jumping his way to being dry. And this is 2 coats of the marker, and I ended up using a really tiny brush and some of the paint so I could make those tiny points. But first I'm gonna let this dry for at least 24 hours. So see you tomorrow. Got a little container. I'm gonna put some of the paint of the marker in here, or at least I'm gonna try. Let's say that's enough. Take some of the yellow, do the same thing. 50-50, mixy. Getting skin color, great. I'm gonna try and put it in the center. It's not the best color. I'm not sure if this is gonna work. Let's put some of the pink here. Let's get some of the pink. Try and blend this side so it's not that harsh. Okay. Do be quick about it. Maybe put a lid on this one. Take some of the yellow, quick, before it dries. Get some on the brush. It doesn't need to be a straight line. I just want it to be blended. Yeah, it's probably all ready to dry. Let's just try and put some straight on here. I think that's blended. Can you see the difference between the harsh line and that? I think this might work. Let's just try this piece. Just taking a little bit of that color, putting it here. So this time, instead of putting the paint, the paper, I'm just gonna put a line right here. So it's wet and blend. Okay. Rinse. Put some of the yellow here. So it's nice and wet. Don't overblend. You know what? I think it's working. I think it's blurring it. So I'm just gonna do the same thing with the other colors. So let's start off by adding some green dots to the pink. Some bigger dots, some smaller dots. It's really hard actually to just be random. And keep in mind we're going to be adding some black around this. See, now I already have like a line going there. Let's just do a bigger one here. So I'm just going to be making random dots with the opposite color. So I'm going to do blue on top of the yellow, then yellow on top of the blue, and pink on top of the green. I think the coverage actually not too bad. Kind of looks like an Easter egg. I'm just gonna continue with the green first, and then just move on to the next color. So look at how cute all those dots look. I already love this so much more, but I wanted to do the black outline. And I was thinking about just using some black acrylic paint and a tiny brush. But you know what? I think a marker is going to work just fine. And it's going to be so much easier, I think. So let's just give it a go. So I'm just going to go around all of the dots. And it doesn't need to be like a full outline. And I want it to be a little bit thick and thin and just a little bit playful. You know what? I think I'm just going to take this, put on a series, and watch some TV. But I think it's gonna look so cute. I'm still not sure what to do with the face though, but you know what? We'll get there when we get there. All the black lines are done, and I actually decided to put it on my paint handle that I made, wow, years ago. And yeah, I think it really works. I did end up putting some gold on the little tuft of hair here, or I think that's supposed to be hair. But now I'm not sure about the arms, if I want to do those gold as well. So I think I'm going to take the tape off and see how it looks without the tape. Because otherwise I'm going to have to do the arms first before I do a clear coat of varnish. Because I do want to varnish the body first before I do the face. So I just don't mess up all the hard work I did. Do we like that? I don't mind the yellow, I think. I did say I wanted to keep some of the original colors. You know what? I'm actually not mad at the yellow. So I got out my little airbrush I got with my Nerdy Crafter kit a while ago. I charged it for a little bit. Hopefully there's enough charge. But I think I'm going to use this airbrush varnish. Let's shake it for a minute. Okay, let's put in some varnish. That should be enough, right? Just gonna close it. I really hope this is going to work. Put a little cardboard box. So let's just try and spray it for a little bit. It's coming out, so let's just go for it. Probably should have taped off the arms. Just checking to see. I think I did a little bit too much on some pieces, but it's really hard to see what I'm doing because it's clear. I'm actually using the airbrush air to try it a little bit. Hopefully I don't get too much dripping. Need to move the arms. I've got my ring light up here. I think I've got everything. Let's just do one more coat. It's out, so I'm going to let this dry. Let's just try and put it like so. That's gonna dry. Now I want to clean the airbrush right away. So I'm just going to put in some clean water. Oh, no dog hairs. I'm going to quickly rinse it like this. And then I'm going to take it into the kitchen and put in some hot water. So I'm just gonna keep cleaning this so I don't mess that up. But this airbrush is so easy to use. I'm really glad I got it with the kit. But yeah, I'm gonna clean it, let this dry, and then we're gonna do the face. I ended up doing a second coat of the varnish, and I think it's good enough. It's not rubbing off when I go over it with my nail, so I think that's the perfect amount of varnish. But now we need to figure out what kind of face we're going to give them. So I'm just gonna pull this off, and it should all be nice and clean. This is what we're working with, and I decided to put some eyes on a piece of paper and we can see what we like. So something like that, or a more evil look, really simple. No, that's too cute. Let's see. No, I don't think that goes with the fangs. Oh, that's cute too. That's kind of nice. Okay, let's go to my favorite one. I'm actually not sure yet now. I really thought this one would be the one to go for, but I don't like it with the fangs. You know what? I think that's gonna be it. I'm just gonna look at my computer side by side and see which one I like best. But I think I'm first going to try and fix the mouth. And I'm going to be using my Oxide Black by Amsterdam and a tiny brush. Just gonna try and get some paint out of the cap and try and get the point like really pointy. Hopefully that's good, because I think he needs like a black line across the top. I hope I don't mess this up. But I think I've got the right brush for it now. Again, one of my old nail supplies. If I had like a really fine tip marker, that would work as well. I'm actually holding my breath doing this. You need to make sure that your paint is not too dry or it won't flow. Okay, I think I'm just gonna let that dry before I add the eyes. I really wish I could have asked you guys, but I asked my family and they picked this one. I made a little template. I really want them to be round. Hopefully this is gonna work. I'm going to put it where the teeth go. Let's just try it. I think that works. Okay, something like that. So I think this is gonna be it. And I'm just going to try and fill it in with some black paint. I'm just gonna do the white dot later. Okay, not too bad. I'm trying to use the point of the brush to slowly creep up on that pencil line, because your brush will never get any longer. It will, however, get wider when you push down on it. Well, this is what we got so far. I'm just gonna finish the face. I decided that I didn't want to use the airbrush on the face because I think the chance of it going in between and getting to the mechanism is a little bit too big. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do a drop of the varnish in a little container. Take a bit on my brush. I jammed a piece of paper in between so the face is stuck down. And I'm just going to brush it on. Just a thin coat. I'm going to put it on every piece that is visible. I think I got all the pieces that need to be painted, so I'm just going to repeat this process to the underside, the left and the right, and then it's time for the final reveal. Here it is! Look at how cute! I love the colors and the design. I'm so glad I went with this. And I did change the gold. I made it a little bit more bright gold. I think it suits the overall color scheme a little bit better. So this is how it looked before, and this is the after. And come on, it's so much better. But now comes the moment of truth. Will it still work? So let's pull the tab and let's press the button. Okay, maybe longer. Uh-oh. Did I break it? Nobody's gonna know. I'm just going to cut all that stress out. So here comes the moment of truth. Will it still work? Let's press the button. Yay, it still works. Yeah, there was, I think, a little bit of paint stuck at the bottom. So I just cleaned it off and it's gonna work fine, right? Yeah, thank you. So, do you like your new outfit? So you're glad you got new colors? I'm really happy how it turned out. It's so cute. So here you go. This is the final product. I'm really happy how it turned out. Just be careful not to get too much paint in here or dislodge the battery. Make sure the face moves in all directions after painting. But are you gonna try it yourself? I had so much fun doing this. I did look in the little booklet and I found out that nobody has eyebrows. I did put in some sneaky little hearts, like here and here, and I got some here. So this was my remake of my LamaTama. Thank you to Rose Riquin for inspiring to do the neon jaguar look. But for now, I want to thank you for watching, and I'd love to see you in the next one. Bye everyone! I know, they're gonna be bloopers. Oh, don't be so smug about it. So, do you like your new outfit? So, do you like your new outfit? So, do you like your new outfit? Are we gonna have a lot of bloopers for this one?